It's the day after the national championship, and once again, Georgia is your national champion. Uh, what's going on, everybody? Christian Ballard of Ballard Sports Media coming at you live today on a Tuesday. We don't have anyone watching yet, but we hope to definitely get a few people on. We're going to do another call-in show, and it's a weird day. Not that Georgia won the game. Doesn't surprise me. What's crazy is how they won the game. And just outright, took care of business. I did not know Georgia's offense could put that many points up. That's insane. 65-7, everybody. People are saying, oh, I can't believe they put TCU in. I can't believe that TCU made it. I can't believe they beat Michigan. I can't believe I can't believe it. Yeah, you don't need to be losing to Georgia like that. That's embarrassing. I say it like that. Let me put it to you this way. It's not embarrassing that you lost to Georgia. It's one thing if TCU had lost this. This was not a national championship game. It was, but it wasn't. 65-7. Georgia does that against teams like Samford. Do it to Georgia Tech. Do it to whoever. Not TCU. TCU is embarrassing and awful. Awful. This team beat Michigan. They got one touchdown in the first quarter. One touchdown in the first opening quarter of the game. That's it. What's up, TikTok Chess Hall? I like the new logo, buddy. I know Georgia's the new standard. I understand that completely. I don't want to take anything away from them. Now, let me ask y'all this, though. Do they replace Alabama, though? I guess as the standard, yes. But doesn't mean Alabama's gone away. Alabama could get it next year, year after, whatever. They could have a repeat. Oh God, please. Bama could be back. It's not like Georgia has to be the new standard in college football now. Has to. There's no other way to put it. Let me go ahead and drop the StreamYard link. There's no other way to put that that narrative. Georgia's the best. And it's not necessarily that they have two championships. But seriously, back to back, and they dominated in both of them. Neither one were close. They won by 15 last year. They won by, you do the math, what's it, 52? 52 this year. Want to pull up, I dropped the link, call in at any time. I see you back there, Matthew. I'll get you in a second, buddy. We want to pull this game up. We want to look at it. And we want to talk about it. We really do, because this game, this was sad. As a college football fan, this was sad. Now, I'm fixing to bring on a Georgia fan. It was not sad for him or any other Bulldog. But can we agree on one part, that we hope this game will be a little bit better?
In the aspect of what? Like closer? I mean,
I mean, it wasn't even competitive, not even close.
as a Georgia Bulldog fan, I like the score, but as a college football fan, maybe 65-24, maybe, but I don't want it like. See, I was pulling my hair out last week whenever we won by 1 point versus Ohio State, so I definitely didn't want to be that close. I
Yeah,
mean, maybe the spread was 12.5, so maybe 13-point win. That would have been good enough for me too. Even a 1 point win would have been good enough for me, but I wanted to. The reason why I called in is, you're talking about Georgia's the new standard and everything. While I do agree with that, a lot of people are also saying that Georgia has a cupcake schedule. While I also do agree with that, um, we do have Ole Miss and we do have Tennessee on our schedule, and who knows what Auburn's going to be with Hugh Freeze, and who knows what Florida's going to do. But for some, you can't go undefeated every single year, 15-0 every. Somebody's going to knock you off.
right.
We see that. We see that with Clemson. We see that with Alabama now. I'm not delusional to think that Georgia's going to go 15-0 once again and three-peat. That hasn't been done since 1936. So,
Yeah,
very very hard to do it. But the first time that Georgia loses, and maybe it's to a Tennessee team, we got Tennessee at Tennessee next year. Maybe they lose to Ole Miss. We haven't played Ole Miss in 7 years or whatever it was, right?
right.
Um, so to whenever we do lose, I can only imagine hearing other fan bases saying, "Well, looks like Georgia had their 2 years and done. Looks like they're not the new standard anymore. Looks like Bama's been the standard the whole time." I'm sure we'll hear that. Or if Clemson gets back on top, well, Clemson just had a couple down years. DJ wasn't the answer. DJ's the only reason why Clemson fell off. You're gonna hear something uh, from somebody. I hope Georgia goes 15-0. I hope we three-peat. I hope we do all that stuff. But let reality sink in for a second. 1936 till now, nobody's ever repeated 3 times. So to sit there as a Georgia Bulldog fan, yes, I do
Right.
think Georgia's the new standard. We do have a new quarterback coming in. Some people believe he might be better than Stetson Bennett. I haven't really seen. He has played in uh, meaningless snaps in blowouts this year, and he's gotten a couple of snaps last year. He's been there 3 years, so he's gotten a couple of snaps, but um, this is going to be a tough challenge for Georgia. We talk about last year after the national championship. We talk about the championship hangover, and I told everybody
Yeah,
that Georgia to me did not have a hangover because the whole Saban and Jimbo Fisher thing started right after the championship, and nobody even talked about Georgia's national championship win over the Tide, unless you were a Georgia Bulldog fan or a Crimson Tide fan. The shift, the focus went straight to
that's actually
NIL.
true. Yeah.
The focus went straight to conference realignment because you had USC and UCLA, and then you had the Jimbo Fisher thing. So Georgia really wasn't talked about. So now, 65-7, you're going to be talked about this coming year.
Right.
Got a brand new quarterback. Yes, you're returning probably about 75% of your offense and probably about 75% of your defense. You're returning all of them players, right? You should be good. But who knows? I mean, Carson Beck might be a bust. I mean, he might not be able to get out of situations like Stetson Bennett with his feet. I mean, he might not be able to make the throws, or he might be kind of like a Joe Milton where he throws it above everybody's head all the time, right? So,
Right.
or he might be better than Stetson Bennett. Who knows? I don't know. I hope for the best for this kid, and I hope that Georgia, puts him in because he's been dedicated to Georgia for 3 years, and I hope he gets his shot. And, people are talking about how good he is and how he should have been the starter probably last year and this year. I don't know, but pretty much what
Yeah.
I'm saying is I'm saying all this stuff to say this, right? That these fans of other teams, as soon as Georgia loses, I can already hear it. Oh, well, Georgia's not the standard anymore. They had their two and done.
Right.
I mean, they had their
And it's the same bull crap they pulled last year. And I'm gonna be honest, I was guilty of it. I said many times, Georgia's one and done. And that's one thing to say, but if you go back to back, dude, you're building a dynasty. And look, you're not a dynasty yet. You're building something with Kirby Smart.
I mean, we've
But
been we've been to the national championship 3 times in the last 5 years, 6 years.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, that's even if you do last 6 years, because I think that's technically 2017 season, so 6 years. But 3 times in the last 6 years, that's pretty much half of the time. You know, you're
Yeah.
in the national championship. Name another team besides Bama and Clemson that's done that.
Georgia.
I mean, recently,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
exactly.
yeah. Yeah. Right.
Georgia, Clemson, and Alabama recently has only done that 3 times in the last 6 years. I mean, Ohio State's been there and Notre Dame's been there, but they always get knocked out in the semifinals. But
Yeah.
I do believe that Georgia is the new standard, even if they don't make the national championship next year. I do think they do find a way to get back into the playoffs somehow. Whether
Oh,
it's
they
two,
will. They'll win the East. They'll win the East. I'm looking at their schedule right now, and it sets up favorably. You play T. Look, you open with UT Martin first off. I'm not going to try to rip on that, but you could do better. Ball State, UAB, South Carolina. I mean, Kentucky, Vanderbilt, Florida. You're just going to be better than everybody, even from the West. After Auburn, you got Ole Miss. What do y'all expect of Ole Miss next year? Probably not what you would expect of Georgia. So the only red flag on your schedule I would see is that Tennessee game in November, and that's on the road at Neyland. We'll see what Tennessee looks like. They bring in a 5-star quarterback, and they got Joe Milton. I mean, they got a lot of returning talent next year too, I think, but um, not a whole lot. But we'll see. But any last words for you, Matt? Because I'm doing this call-in style. We got a couple people lined up.
yeah, just in last words. I thought I would never see this in my lifetime growing up as a Georgia fan. 2 national championships. Last year, I didn't even think I would ever see a national championship from Georgia in my lifetime. So now that we got 2 and it's back to back, man, I mean, I feel like nobody can talk trash to me at all. I mean, Georgia's the national championships, team, and Georgia's the standard. And go Dogs.
All right, man. Thank you. All right, we got Nate up next, and then hold on, we'll get to you, Will. What's up, Nate?
What's up, Barrett? How you doing?
Good. Did you watch that game, or did you turn it off at halftime?
The second part you said.
Dude, it was crazy. I mean, I credit Georgia, but that was unbearable I couldn't stand to see a beatdown like that.
Yeah, it was unfair. Yeah, that's why I turned it off on the halftime. So I just turned to some local news stuff for that game. So, but anyways, I don't want to say breaking news, but news for Michigan that Blake Corum's coming back for next year. He's not
He
in.
is?
Yeah, he is. He's just like a day ago. He's announced that he's going back to Michigan, and
That is huge.
yep,
And we'll have JJ McCarthy too, right?
yep, he's gonna be a junior too. Yeah,
Yeah,
Donovan
that's
Edwards, Blake Corum, Jaden McCarthy, or not Jaden McCarthy. Mike Morris is gone. He's the edge rusher that replaced Hutchinson, and he's going to the NFL. What else? Well, we got a transfer from that Coastal Carolina kid, edge rusher. He seems a pretty good.
I know of an edge rusher in the portal from Coastal. I can't. What's his name? I mean, I can pull it up.
Yeah, in Michigan got him too. Michigan's actually on a roll for the transfer portal.
Yeah, and recruiting too. I mean, look, Michigan's not going to go away. I think that
No.
Now, can you beat Ohio State 3 years in a row? We'll see
Hopefully.
next year. It's too early to tell.
Yeah,
but,
too early. Yeah.
But
Well,
I mean,
it's. I heard Ryan Day is on the hot seat.
Is he?
He's officially on the hot seat. I saw.
No, he's not.
No, look it up. I actually looked it up. I saw it, and it says Ryan Day is officially on the hot seat. Not even joking.
But, and the guy you're thinking of too is Josiah Stewart.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
But yeah, I was actually surprised that was a thing. Well, when that Ohio State announced that Ryan Day is on the hot seat, so I got maybe this up. I'm pretty sure it's official, but who knows? I actually think Ohio State. Ohio State is going to take a little step back from that for next year. A little, not too many, but a little, because we don't know what quarterbacks they're going to have.
Right.
I heard the Cal McCord era. Ohio State fans don't like him. I mean, he was a 5-star out of high school. I mean, why wouldn't you like him? Unless he's some garbage.
Right.
But I think I'm actually interested with Michigan's wide receivers for next year because I don't think. Well, Angelo Anthony actually transferred from Michigan, which is sad to hear. He was cool. He was a fun watch when he was a freshman. Versus Michigan State. But I think, I know the next year after this next year for Michigan's schedule, we play Texas.
You play Texas? You got Texas coming up?
Yeah, well,
that'll be fun.
Yeah, I think it's 2024 season. I think it's at Texas or versus Texas. I don't know, but
Oh, so they'll still be because I don't think they're joining until 2025. So
I don't know if they're
they
going
would they should still be in
Big
the
12.
Big 12.
Yeah,
So
but
you don't get any SEC action yet.
well, we're lucky then.
All right.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm actually kind of blessed that in 2024, year after next year seasons, that we're playing a Power 5 team. Finally,
Yeah.
was
Well, hey,
you know
man,
I actually think that Harbaugh scheduled these cupcake teams because Bama did in like 2016 and 2017, like 2 years in a row. You know what I'm saying? I think he's trying to do what Bama did. Yeah, but
it helps build you a little bit. I
yeah,
mean, it really does because when you schedule those lower tier FCS, what we call cupcake or high school opponents,
yeah,
it doesn't look good on your resume, but you need some of those games to help build strength on your team and
yes,
to have a game where it's kind of like a practice and you can go out and just get some reps and it shows weakness, it shows strength, it shows
yeah,
where you need improvement, where you don't.
yeah. That's true. And look at UConn. They were a really bad team like the year before this year, and this year they made a bowl game. So, uh, uh, because I point that out because Michigan played them. They actually kind of gave Michigan a little scare the first quarter that for versus them.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna tell you this: so we played Bowling Green, ECU, which is East Carolina. What else? Um, I think that's
For
why.
next season, is it next season?
Yes, I think it's ECU, Bowling Green. It's awful. So it's um,
UNLV, Bowling Green, and East Carolina.
yeah.
That's a pretty weak. That's pretty weak.
Now I know you said that ECU can get get a team. Well, not get a team. Like put a team together if they're okay, right? They're not
Yeah.
bad. They're okay. Yeah. I mean, I think they're a physical team, but not really physical. You know what I mean? It's but um you think J McCarthy JG McCarthy could maybe end up in the that's too much.
Heisman finalist?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, if he performs well and improves, I don't see why not. I
I
mean,
mean,
he led you guys to the playoffs. He had good stats and numbers, and it all
yeah.
depends. Is he going to improve, or is he still going to be almost an average quarterback?
See, I don't
Which I
want that to
think he's a
happen.
little bit.
Yeah,
I think he's just a little bit above average, but not
yeah,
above average enough to
yeah.
be a Heisman.
Because it's because he has his first he had his first start right, and he was
Yeah,
getting the hang of it, and I think he's gonna be more explosive next year if I'm not wrong, but anyways, Ballard, congrats, dogs. I wish Michigan played in the playoffs, but either ways we could have get cursed on like TCU, but whatever.
yeah.
Anyways, Ballard, have a good rest of your day and go blue.
All right. Thanks, Nate. Appreciate it. Let's I meant to click on Will there, but I guess we'll bring in Jacob first. What's up, buddy?
What's going on,
Jacob?
Ballard?
Oh, there you are. All right.
Yeah,
Congrats on going back to back. What do you want to talk about?
yeah, man. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, 50. I mean, we beat them by 58 points.
Yeah.
And 65-7. I just, you know, I mean, I'm going to ask you because you're an Alabama fan. Do you think Georgia's past Alabama?
I mean, when you look at it this way, I think Georgia is the new standard in college football. I really do. But at the same time, have they passed Alabama? It depends on how you look at that. Is Georgia a dynasty? I think it's still too early for that, number one. Number two, you're comparing 2 national championships with Kirby to 6 at Alabama with Nick Saban. He's got 7 overall, of course, but that's still a large gap there. There's a 4 championship difference. So I don't think they've surpassed Alabama, but I think if they've done anything, did anything last night, they let college football know that they're here to stay.
I mean, yeah, we went, we're 33-1 in our last 34 games. We won 2 natties in a row, beat Bama last year. So, I mean, I think it's a good argument for us to be top dog, you know.
Now, do you agree with this here? Do you think this is what it takes? Sorgi says Georgia got to win one more natty to become a dynasty. Hey, if they three-peat or if they win another one within the next 5 years, which I think they will, I could call you a dynasty then. I mean, I guess I don't.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know if I like. I mean, I think dynasty should be labeled after a run has been completed. For example, I know we have Alabama, and I know we call them a dynasty, and they are. As we look at it now, we're closer to the end of Saban than we are to the beginning. So as we inch years down the road, if we inch closer to the end of Kirby Smart, which he's got a long way to go, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. At that point, we look at Georgia and call them a dynasty. I still think it's a little too early, if you get what I'm saying.
yeah, 3 titles I think is a dynasty, but I honestly think that we're kind of the kings of college football right now. I mean, 2 in a row.
You are.
It's not much more
You
you
are.
can. There's not much more you can do than that. I mean, did you see
I'm
Nick Saban's
amazed.
face?
Did I see his face on what?
Did you see his face when David Pollock said that Georgia's the kings in college football right in front of him?
Yeah. Yeah, I did. That was funny, actually.
Huh.
I mean,
You saw that? He was like, I mean, geez, he's not going back to
I'm
the studio anytime soon.
I'm surprised I haven't thrown up yet talking all this Georgia mess and talking about them being the cream of the crop. I'm surprised I've made it this long.
Yeah, are you tired of them winning?
Yeah, y'all need to stop winning. Y'all win all the time, and it's unfair to Alabama. It's not fair to us. When do we get our credit?
You've
I'm
gotten
just-
plenty of credit.
I'm kidding, of course.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the main thing about this game is that I think it's a talent difference. Georgia averages a ranking over the last 4 years of 2.5. TCU's is 41. I mean,
Right.
that's big difference right there.
Large
I
gap.
mean, you saw it in the game. TCU was outmatched, out talented, out coached. Nothing went right for TCU. I mean, this is the biggest blowout of all time. It was. I mean, and this comes from the Ohio State game, I think, too. The Ohio State game was close, and this motivated us to beat TCU.
It did. I think that anytime you play a close game, you have a lot of anger and frustration because you want to dominate your opponent. Georgia wants to do that. They didn't dominate Ohio State. They just won. So they had a lot of frustration. And Dude, y'all took it out on TCU. What did TCU do to deserve that? Y'all took it out on a Christian university.
They were in our way.
You realize, like,
They
y'all
were in
should be
our-
locked
They
up.
were in our way.
Oh my god, they were in your way. Okay, I got
Yeah.
you. I got
When
you
you're in
there.
Georgia's way, that's what happens. I mean, wow. I just. Do you think we can
It's
repeat?
amazing.
What do you think?
Look, hey, I'll say
Huh?
this: as an Alabama fan, I've grown up an Alabama fan. I've lived through the Mike Shula years, but I've also lived through the Saban era. Dude, get used to it because national champs, it's amazing. It really is. And I've seen Alabama go back to back. I remember 2011. I remember 2012. And it's pretty special. It really is.
Oh yeah, it is. I mean, it's been so long since someone else has won the title. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, if we three-peat, we'll be the first to do it in the AP era and the first to do it since 1936. I mean, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, it is.
You know.
Well, thanks, man. I'm gonna get to Will here, and I'll let you have a final word. You got anything else?
Yeah, man. You know, we beat TCU 65-7, and we're on top of the world once again for the second year in a row. Now, Georgia's the
All
present
right.
and they're the future. I'm loving it. All right, see y'all later. Go Dogs, baby! National champ.
Thanks, Jacob. All right.
2 years
What's
in a
up,
row.
Will?
Well, that was not what I expected that to be. That was not what I
No.
expected the game to go. Jeez.
What did you have as a score prediction?
35-28 Georgia.
See, that's a good score.
Yeah.
Although we were all dead. I had Georgia by double digits. I didn't have them by almost triple. I mean, you practically almost beat this team by 100 points.
We almost scored 70 points.
Jeez.
I mean, that not even Alabama's done that in a playoff type game before. But
No, we haven't actually.
but yeah, I'm very happy with this win. I can't believe we're back-to-back champions. I already got a shirt, man. It's awesome. This is great.
You already got a shirt. Have they delivered it or you ordered?
I got this one. Game
Oh,
recognized
nice.
game. That's the one the players got.
That's what that's the official one. That's what you got to get, man.
Yeah, the official
I
one.
want, you know what I would like? I'm not the biggest collector in hats. I got a few of them, sports hats. I got a Bucks hat. I got 2 Bama hats. I like our 2020 hat. The white with the gold lettering. It's actually pretty cool.
I didn't like ours last year, though. I wasn't a big fan of it, but this year's are pretty cool.
Did you see, I'm trying to remember, maybe it was N'Kobe Dean. He picked up Alabama national championship.
Yes, I remember that.
You got to admit, that was hilarious.
I remember that. I was like, wait, this ain't the right hat. No.
He's like, huh?
Wait. He's like, wait, what? Why is there an A on this? This is the wrong team.
Here it is. I got it on. Well, I didn't get it, but this is the one I'm talking about. This white one.
Yeah.
It's a nice hat.
The Georgia one or the this one? Oh, that
No,
one's
this
nice.
is Alabama.
Oh,
this is Alabama.
That one's nice. Wow. Dang.
So, what would you say, though? I mean, I know we're not experts, but what do you think it means for Stetson Bennett, though? I mean, this is a guy that has been doubted a whole lot in his career. And Georgia, I remember even Georgia fans a few years ago were like, take him out of the game. But now it's like, Stetson. I mean, seriously, this guy's led you to back-to-back titles. He's a walk-on. He was nowhere to be found in recruiting. I mean, what does that mean?
He went through so much in 2020 and last year too, but I mean, he's done so much better this year than he did last year. I mean, last year he had that tendency to like mess up in the biggest situation, but he didn't mess up in the national championship. And then after that, he just kept on getting better. So that's why I'm so proud of how much he's improved and what he's accomplished. I mean, he has more passing yards than Aaron Murray in a season. I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean,
2 championships. He's got rushing. He's got passing. He's got. I mean, he's got to be. I mean, he's not the greatest in college football, but
no.
for Georgia history's sake, he's got to
Oh,
be the GOAT, right? He's got to be.
right now, yes. Right now, he is. But I'm so proud of him. 6 touchdowns, man. I've not seen something like that before since that's like Joe Burrow in 2019.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm so proud of him. And Kirby, an undefeated 15-0 season, back-to-back natties. This guy's gonna be in Athens for a long time.
Yeah,
He's
and
gonna,
I mean, isn't it crazy considering that's his first coaching job too? Like, well, at least for a head coach. I
yeah,
mean, obviously he's been around Nick Saban. He was at Valdosta State, but
yes,
how rare is it? I mean, that we see a first year head coach or a
no.
first time head coach do what he's doing. I mean,
I mean,
man,
let's see. He got to Georgia in 2016. Let's see. Saban
yep,
got to Bama in 07. So then about 2
yep,
years later, he won his first title. It took Kirby 5 years to win his first title, so it took him a little longer. But I mean, it didn't take him too long to get on the top. I mean, his second year he made it to the national title. So that's how much
right.
that's how great he is.
That's true.
So I mean, we're just gonna keep going up from here. I mean, we're not stopping. We're full, like I said in the comments, full steam ahead. We're not stopping anywhere soon until somebody can stop us, which is possible. I mean, I'm not down that at all.
Yeah. No, I mean, look, Georgia is not. I mean, they're not unbeatable. It's not a. How do I want to put this? You're never unbeatable. You're never unstoppable, and
Yeah.
Georgia's not going to win title after title after title.
No.
They're going to spread it out. You're going to see a different team next year as Stetson Bennett leaves and you lose some guys on defense again and stuff like you would at least hope. Not you, you're a Georgia fan.
Well, yeah.
College football better hope.
Yeah.
You're going to see a different team every single year, but at the same time, every once in a while in college football, back-to-back championship, it's a thing.
Oh yes.
And you got to credit Georgia for what they did last night.
But it's not going to be like, the old days with like Yale and Princeton and Harvard and, all those schools always winning those national championships. It's going to be a bunch of different teams. I mean, yeah, Georgia, Alabama, Ohio State, maybe Clemson. Hey, maybe Tennessee. Maybe Tennessee could be a contender for a national title. But I think next year is going to be a different team for Georgia since Stetson is. I don't know if he'll go to. I don't know if he'll even be drafted. He could be an undrafted player. But I think, like,
Honestly,
we got.
I would, if I am advising anyone out there, please, somebody out there, and it's day 3, but I would not be surprised and I wouldn't question it if someone in the 6th or 7th round of the draft picked up Stetson Bennett just to have him on scout team or something. And,
I wouldn't
and
hate you.
look, practice squad even. I hate to lower him to that level, but that's just kind of where he is. I mean, he's going to have to be developed in the NFL. I think there's no question about that. Don't
100%.
have the man go undrafted, though. I mean, the guy's got 2 titles on him. He can't go undrafted. Come on. I would put him in the 6th round or 7th.
I mean, I don't know. So I think somebody will get him, but I just don't know if it really will happen. You never know. Crazy things happen. But as I was saying, it's Carson Beck now who's going to be leading our offense. And so
Is
far, I
that
mean,
confirmed? Is that confirmed, or are you just advising Georgia to go next man up?
that's kind of how I view it. I think Beck is our next guy up. I mean, he's looked pretty good. I mean, he had a few touchdown passes this season when he came in. I mean,
Yeah.
so he's pretty solid, but let's let the other guys develop. Vandergriff and Gunnar Stockton, let those guys develop. But I think Carson deserves the starting position, and I think he will get it. If not, Brock, we'll see what happens.
I
So that's
got you
how.
there. Yeah,
And
man.
another,
You got anything else? I mean, we could keep talking if you want to. Sorgi says he had Georgia 48-41. I didn't even have it that close. I think I had y'all by like 13 or something. Maybe
that's
10.
not too far of a spread. I mean that's not too far.
Well, I mean, the spread was like 12.5 going into the game, and y'all, they covered it all right.
They covered. I mean they
they
covered.
covered.
I mean they
It
covered
was
it
so
more
funny.
than.
It's funny when I get those you get it every single year. You get the notifications that someone's a national champion, and it was funny that it said Georgia goes back to. It says something like Georgia goes back to back, wins national championship over TCU, 65-7. Then it says dogs covered. I'm like, they better cover that spread. They better have covered that.
They better have, yeah. At first, I wasn't buying it. I was like, "Are you kidding me? We're not gonna do you really think we're gonna cover a 12.5 point spread?" I was like, don't tell me that they're putting this out." I wasn't buying it at first, but I feel like that was
Yeah.
a bit of. I was feeling like they're gonna give us too much hype going into the game, and that's where I feared that. And I was like, "Don't do that because that could hurt us." But it's all right.
Absolutely. Yeah, man.
We got anybody in the back room?
No, I'm fixing to drop the link again. I'll give it a few minutes and then I don't know, maybe we end the show. We're doing the unprofessional sports show on Chess Hall's channel tonight. We've been turning that into a call-in show too, in case anyone
Nice.
wants to stop in and talk about the game tonight. So y'all are more than welcome. Go subscribe to TikTok Chess Hall.
Yes,
And we hope to see a lot of people over there tonight because obviously Chess Hall is a Georgia fan and they won the championship game. So I think it's only right that it be on his channel, and we hopefully we get a crowd.
Yeah, I had to immediately change my avatar from the old national champions avatar to the new one. Now we got back to back. We got 2 trophies beside each other. So things are looking great in Georgia right now, especially in Athens. Everything's looking great.
Yeah, absolutely. It's only up from here, I think, even if you take a step back next year or so. And I mean, for Kirby Smart, God love him. He's a tough son of a gun on his players. I know I've said before, oh, he's not that tough. Dude, I heard today.
Did you hear the halftime speech?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Hey, listen to me. What was this game at halftime? Let me do this math.
It
was
38
38-7.
38-7.
Yeah, 38-7. This guy is hyped up like, hey, we got to go out there. All right. They're looking at you, Stetson. They're looking at and pick a player. I don't know. They're looking
Javon
at everybody
Bullard.
and they're saying dominate the game.
I mean, because I was fearing the third quarter because TCU is known to be a comeback team, and they're pretty good in the third quarter in those games where they came back. So that's why I was like, we got to keep our foot on the gas pedal. We
Well,
cannot stop.
I am even surprised. Like, I knew that Georgia was not going to let much of a comeback happen, but the fact that TCU didn't even I don't even think they got into the red zone. They weren't even in field goal range
They did.
second half or anything.
Oh, second half. Oh, I mean, in the first half, yeah, but second half, no.
The second half they just were 3 and out, interception, 3 and out, fumble. I think a fumble or two in there, but like
Uh,
whatever it was, they just kept turning it over.
well, the fumble was in the first quarter.
That was
There were
like,
the
yeah,
then there were 2 interceptions, both by Javon Bullard, the defensive player of the game.
yeah.
Those were to my memory, and then there was just turnover on downs, getting sacked, not making it to the chains. That's basically what happened after that. So
I mean, I
just
credit Max Duggan though. I mean, Max Duggan still had 152 yards throwing and only 8 incompletions. So, I mean, he still I mean, he had some passes. They just were not able to, like, Georgia just did so well getting off the field on third down, controlling the clock and putting the game away.
yes, Raj, yes. He put Saban in his place. He sure did.
Talk your
Yes.
blank, Gump, man. Pollock put Saban in his place last night. Dogs on top. Blankety blank blank blank.
Dogs on top, mother effers.
Yeah.
Raj.
Man.
But yeah, uh right now I'm just at a loss for words. I can't believe we're back to back.
I'm at a loss for words. I think college football is not that Georgia went like that. Doesn't surprise me. They went back to back. What I'm scratching my head over is who in their right mind goes into a championship game and wins by 50 plus points.
Not even Alabama does that.
I mean, last time we truly shut somebody down. I mean, we had the Ohio
52-24.
State game a couple years. Yeah, but
52-24,
like
yeah.
LSU was like 21-0 in 2012.
Yeah, Georgia 26-23. Clemson was what was the one against Clemson in 2015? Forgot that one.
45 to 40.
45-40. 45-40,
Yeah.
yeah. But they've all been close ones apart from the Ohio State one. So yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. Well, I'm gonna let you go, and we'll give it a few more minutes if anyone else wants to come on, and then we'll probably shut it down. But don't forget TikTok Chess Hall's channel tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern. We're going live for the Unprofessional Sports Show to talk about the national championship game.
I'll tune in.
All right. Thanks.
All right, take care and go Dogs.
All right. You've earned it.
Yep. See you, Ballard.
See ya. All right. Anyone else wants to come on, they're welcome to. We got the StreamYard link in the comments. What's up, Raj? You're Raj. Beautiful mother. Hey, what's up? We got Raj, we got Sorgi, we got Nick Saban Jr., Sports Talk TV. We had Traveling Fools in here. Of course, Will came on, Jacob came on, Nate the Great came on, Cody, Nate, Jacob, Will. Credit to you guys. I love each and every one of you. We got an amazing, amazing community. Chess Hall. Got an amazing community, man, here at Ballard Sports Media, and we're still getting started. It's only the beginning, and man, it's just, yeah. I don't know how else to put it. 65-7. Georgia is the new standard in college football for now, as it stands. Maybe next year we'll see you in Atlanta for the SEC championship. It'll be a battle. It'll be a good game. Maybe we see each other again for the championship or something. Alabama and Georgia. Wouldn't college football just love that? Another all SEC title. Gosh. What's up, Valix? All right. we're going to get out of here. I love you guys. Jesus loves you. He's got a great plan. And you just got to trust and believe that every day. Put God first. And again, nothing else to say other than congrats to Georgia. They earned it. They dominated. And I mean, it's why did I doubt y'all? I mean, seriously. Crimson versus Red, I'll be ready. Yeah. The Dogs on top of college football. DOGS. Maybe that'll piss some people off. Nah, I know. DAWGS. I know how you spell it. I get it. Anyway, I love y'all. We're going to get out of here. Thanks so much for tuning in today and watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe right here for more sports content right here at Ballard Sports Media. And until next time, Ballard Sports Media, checking out, signing off. Goodbye.